Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Resistance Trooper from the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is. It's pretty standard for the Black Series so far. It's got a picture of the character down here in the corner, and on the back it's got a very brief description. If you'd like to read that, you can just pause the video. And here is another picture of the character here. This packaging, like I said, is pretty standard, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself. He, I will be honest, is kind of a background character, but I will try to not hold that against him too much here. He does stand about 5 3/4 inches tall, so he is kind of small for a Black Series figure as well. But the detail on it is very, very amazing. They've done a nice wash over the jacket and a really nice, it's like a green wash over the helmet, so it makes it look like it's made of copper and it's kind of oxidizing, which is really cool. Really all over the paintwork is spot on. There's nothing more that I really could have asked as far as paintwork. He does come with one accessory. It is this blaster here. It's got a wash as well. I wish they would have done a little bit more paint work on this gun, but it's not a huge deal. The detail work on it is really nicely done. As far as other features this figure has, he's got a flip-up visor here, which I didn't know it had, and I was so impressed when I figured that out. Really, really cool. You can't even honestly tell that it moves from here because they've done such a nice job of making it. The only thing that's a downside for this figure really is the articulation. He's got a ball peg in the head and a hinge in the neck, but basically the ball peg is just going to be a swivel, and then you're going to get the up and down motion from the hinge. So kind of limited there. He's got ball hinge shoulders with a really nice range of motion. Ball hinged elbows that do swivel. Get him about 90 degrees, so that's good enough, I suppose. He's got a sculpted disc there as well, which is really nice. He's got ball hinge wrists, and they are kind of limited in certain directions by the jacket, but overall it's pretty well done. And there is a swivel there again. I think he's got a swivel in the waist, but unfortunately the way they've sculpted this belt suspender backpack thing, it's all one piece. So this is all connected here, which means you can't use the articulation there. I can't even tell if it's, I think it might be a ball peg, but you can't use it at all, which is kind of disappointing. He's got T-jointed hips, and they aren't really inhibited by the like end of his jacket here, so that's nice. They do go out to the side and everything. He's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and hinged ankles with a rocker. So some of his articulation is a little bit limited, and I will say that it is really, you cannot get this guy to hold his gun with two hands really, because of these suspenders that kind of get in the way of him holding it. As you can see, if you put the stock of the weapon into his bicep, his hand doesn't actually reach the gun, so it's really hard to get him to hold this with two hands. So that does really limit posing options, as well as this guy is a background character. So I think unless you are really, really fond of the design, or you really want some Resistance Troopers to put in the background, I would say this guy you could probably pass on, even though he is a fairly decent figure. He just didn't have enough, scenes in the movie, I think, to maybe justify the purchase. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.